Let me tell you what I'm doing and why I'm doing it and why I'm not going to stop and why I've got to continue and finish what I am doing right now. So let me share with you what this quotation here. If you are neutral, this is from Desmond Tutu, right? Most of you know who Desmond Tutu is. Desmond Tutu is the anti-apartheid archbishop in Pretoria, in South Africa. So if you are neutral in situations of injustice, you have chosen the side of the oppressor. So anybody who is neutral in situations of injustice, and let me tell you what is happening with the Nigerian NGOs and their members and Nigerian citizens, that is a situation of injustice. You want to know why I am as mad and resolute as I am? You want to know why I'm as determined as I am? You want to know why I am uncompromising as I am? You want to know why I am as affrontal and challenging and confrontational as I am? Well, it is because of this truth. I understand better than what people are trying to make me to be. People want me to be like them. They say, oh, change your method. Don't be so confrontational. Don't challenge our elders. Don't be so controversial. Don't be so aggressive. Well, you know what? I know more. I know better. And the things that I know will not permit me to do otherwise. The truth that I understand, the truth that I know will not permit me not to do things the best way I know they should be done. So, if you are neutral, and I'm talking to all of you that are listening to me today as well, and I want to challenge you to go ahead and share these messages. Please go ahead and share. If you have not yet shared right now, go ahead and share. Go and look for your share button. Press the share button. Share, share, share. Because if anybody, you or anyone else, if anybody is neutral in situations of injustice, and believe me, what is happening in Nigerian churches now, that is a situation of injustice. So how can pastors, GOs, be collecting money from the poor, from their members, while they are already rich? Even the Bible condemns that. They are living large, building schools that people cannot go to, and you people are thinking that that is all right, and you people are thinking that we should keep quiet. You are telling me that I should take it easy, I should change my method. Well, let me tell you the truth. If you are neutral, even not just being on their side, but unfortunately today in our country and in Nigeria and Africa in general, a lot of Christians, so-called Christians, we have been so brainwashed, we have been so hypnotized that we don't fight against these things. We are not even, we have become so docile that we are now even supporting our oppressors. The same people that are oppressing us, the same people that are doing evil to us, the same people that are damaging our land, our country, our economy, our children, our spouses, our whole country, we are now on their side. And now most people are fighting me. How can you believe it? They are fighting me that is coming to set them free. I am coming to open their eyes. They are siding with their oppressors. It's just like in the days of slavery that some people come to liberate the slaves, and the slaves are fighting their liberators and siding with their oppressors because they have been brainwashed. They don't know better. They have been taught that their oppressors are their benefactors. This is exactly what the bishops and the GOs of today are doing. So people are telling me, we don't like your method. Look, if you know what the situation you are in, if you know what hole you are in, these bishops have put you in, if you only realize how much evil they are doing to you, if you only were to know how much damage they have done to you, to your senses, to who you are, to your personality, you will know that I'm still very, very nice. I'm still very soft. I'm still very kind to them, the way I'm talking right now. These people are, disasters. These people are armed robbers. They are worse than armed robbers. These people are fraudsters, most of them. And especially these big GOs, they are robbing you. They are killing you, killing your future, killing the future of your children, and depriving you of your salvation, as a matter of fact. So if you know that these people are doing things that are evil, and you are saying you are neutral, And in the worst situation, you are not only not neutral, but you are even on their side. You are on the side of the oppressor. Then you have chosen the side of the oppressor. But some people are not just neutral, but you are outrightly on the side of the oppressor. The oppressor that are destroying you and your future. And now you are the ones now fighting me. Even the oppressors know that they are doing evil, so they are quiet. But you that are slaves to them, you that we are trying to set free, are the ones fighting the people who are trying to set you free. Let me go show you another statement that I wrote here. One person on the side of truth is in the majority. So you know what? It is hopeless for anybody to hope that Pastor Sunday is going to stop this campaign. It is hopeless for anybody to think that if G.O. Adeboye will speak, then I will change my mind. Or if anybody will speak, I will change my mind. That if all the pastors write open letters and they are criticizing me, I will change my mind. I will not, just for you to know. And if they announce that no, don't ever listen to him, oh, we will kill you, we will do sham against you, we will not listen to you, we will spread bad news about you, we will spoil your name, it is immaterial to me. I am still going to continue what I'm going to do. You know why? Because one person on the side of truth is in the majority. One man with God on his side is in the majority, though he be alone, for God alone is above all populations. God alone, only God is above all populations of the world. So a man, me, Sunday Adelaja, with God on his side, I am in the majority. Though I be alone, for God alone is above all populations. So one person on the side of truth is in the majority. And I want to challenge you, everybody that's watching me today. I want you to decide, whose side are you going to be in? Are you going to be on the side of the oppressor, or you are going to be on the side of truth? And I want to challenge you to listen to what I'm saying. Before you criticize me, I always tell people, if you have not listened to 200 of my messages, you don't even know where I'm coming from. You will not understand me. And if you don't understand what I'm saying or where I'm coming from, then it will be too hasty of you to begin to judge me. But when you listen, when you understand what I'm saying, I will challenge you to join this move of, changing the face of Africa and changing Christianity in Africa. Let's see another thing I wrote here. Don't be afraid to stand up for the truth, even if that means you will be standing alone. The reason I'm saying this is because I just don't want to be doing it. I want to raise up a whole army of people who will be like me, who will exalt the truth above all men, who will exalt the truth above all religious practices, and who will stand for the truth even if they will stand alone. For our country to move forward, and this is not just regarding Nigeria and Africa, but this is regarding any country, we must arrive at a junction where we will all agree that the general good of our people must be protected before the individual welfare. What our people are living for right now is what we call individual welfare. Right now, we are all struggling in Europe, in America, so we are trying to just make our own individual success, just to be successful by ourselves. Individual success, you will see that it doesn't satisfy for long. Individual success will not help you if your whole people are suffering in deprivation, are suffering in slavery and in bondage. So until we begin to care for the well-being of the general population, we will lose our individual welfare sooner or later. So if we will not care about the well-being of our nation, of the general people, of the poor, of the deprived, of the orphans, of the widows as a whole, our individual security that we have worked for all our lives will soon be violated and abused by the disadvantaged majority. Because one day, this disadvantaged majority will arise and they will begin to fight for their rights. They will begin to kill us. They will begin to kidnap us. And that's exactly what is happening in Nigeria right now. Most of our fathers and parents, they were only concerned about their individual security and individual welfare. But now they cannot live in Nigeria. Now their children cannot live in Nigeria. Everybody has to be running everywhere and striving for their own survival. Why? Because the country has become dangerous. The disadvantage of yesterday that our parents neglected, they are now the ones making life tough for us. They are now the ones kidnapping us. They are now the ones wanting to kill us. They are now the ones robbing us. They are now the ones we are running away from. So that is why individual well-being and individual security will never be the right way to live. Live for the well-being of all men. That's why I said, don't be afraid to stand alone and to stand for the truth, even if that means you are standing alone. For our country to move forward, we must arrive at a junction where we will all agree that the general good of all people, for all people, must be protected. Don't wait for politicians. Let us, as the light of the world, come and bring that light. Let us, as the salt of the earth, come and bring that salt before the individual welfare. Let us put the good and the well-being of the populace above and before our own welfare. If we put our own welfare and well-being ahead of the popular welfare of the people, then what will happen is that we will not care about the welfare of the nation as a whole, and our individual security and welfare will soon be violated and abused by the disadvantaged majority. If you don't want to ever go back to Nigeria again, if you don't believe that Nigeria will ever live as a nation, then maybe you don't need to change your individual well-being focus. But if you still want your children to go back, and if you want yourself to go back, and you want to go back yourself to that country, then we have to begin to take care of the less privileged of that society. Until we begin to take responsibility for the poorest of the poor, for the disadvantaged in the land, they will not allow us to live. And just one thing you can do just to forget about Africa, and you forever be a foreigner in a foreign land, and your country will never be fixed. Let all of us begin to take responsibility to fight for the oppressed, to fight for the disadvantaged people, and they are all going to church. And the people who are supposed to be defending them are the pastors. The people who are supposed to be watching after them and protecting them are these GOs. And they are the ones who are oppressing them the most. The oppression from the GOs is more than the oppression from the government. It's more than the oppression from the politicians. Because the GOs are taking the very last money, the very last penny that they have. Telling them that they must pay tithe and offering, put some seed and things. But in the Old Testament, even the poor were not allowed to pay tithe. They were not taking anything from them. But today, our Jews have been so callous and they have been so selfish that they will even tell the very poorest to go and borrow or to go and bring their last. If they don't have anything, they should go and sell their car, their fridge, their television, anything they have, just for the so-called seed offering or whatever they call it, or all kind of oppression and oppressive method that are reigning in our continent today. And you want me to keep quiet, and you are keeping quiet? You remember what I started with? If any one of us are neutral in situations of injustice, we have chosen the side of the oppressor. And we didn't just choose the side of the oppressor, we ourselves have become the oppressor. But what will God do in our place? What will God do in your place? See what God will do in your place and what God will do in my place. Isaiah 43:13. The Lord shall go forth like a mighty man. He shall stir up his zeal like a man of war. He shall cry out, yes, shout aloud. He shall prevail against his enemies. You see, whenever God sees that injustice is taking place or prevailing in any society, see how God reacts. And we all must react like God. So if God shall go forth like a mighty man, I will rather act like God. I will rather be like him. I will rather stand and go forth like that mighty man. Oh, I will rather act like my Father. That is who I want to be. That is where I want to be. I want to arise like God arises against all injustices, either it is in the church or in politics or it is in the society. I must arise and go forth against all these injustices like a mighty man. And he, God, what will he do if you are in my place? He shall stir up his zeal. And I'm calling upon every one of you to stir up your zeal. Wake up your zeal. Wake up you from your slumber. Wake up your zeal. Wake up your enthusiasm. Wake up your passion. Stir your passion up. Awaken your passion and awaken your zeal like a man of war. And let us go for war. War for truth. war for righteousness, war for justice, war for our people, war for the orphans, war for the poor, war for the oppressed, war for the underprivileged. We have to arise and wake and stir up our zeal and behave like God will behave and cry out like God will cry out. Yes, shout aloud like God will shout aloud until we prevail against the enemies of God that are in the very church that is supposed to be the pillar and foundation of the truth. The very church that is supposed to be taking care of these people is the very place where these oppressors have made their stronghold. And we must liberate these people that have been deceived, that are thinking that these are their protectors, but really they are their oppressors. Thank you so much for watching our videos. Now, we need to spread this word, and we need to do it together. For that to happen, we need your help. Just 5 little steps that you could help us to spread the word. Number one thing we need you to do is to like the videos. Please go like this video right now. Number 2, if you have not yet subscribed to our channel, please go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Number 3, we need you to press and click on that notification bell. You see the bell? Go press on it. And number 4, we need you to go comment. Write your comment, good or bad. Just write what you feel. Number 5, share on every platform. Share on Instagram, share on Facebook. Just share and spread the word. Thank you so much.